everybody? It's your boy FRE, dollar sign H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's TheFlyBoy. Don't ask why. Just check out the channel. Hold on, let me turn this fan off real quick. All right. I'm back. Listen. I felt as though the best way to start off with this topic, because it is a Money Talk Mondays, and you know that's a new part of the channel that I'm doing, because a lot of people really wonder how I became financially the way I am from where I started. For those that don't know this the first time watching, I'm just a kid from Newark, New Jersey, with single mother, no father, mother in and out the mental institution, grandfather very educated with business and stuff, and I just so happened to pick it up when I got older. With all that said, let's talk about this Apple split, Tesla split. Now, before we get into it, let me explain exactly what a stock split is by definition. I put it on the screen so you can read it for yourself, but I'll read along with you if you're just listening. A stock split or stock divide increases the number of shares in the company. A stock split causes a decrease of market price of individual shares, not causing a change of total amount of shares of the company, just a decrease in market price. So let me bring it to layman terms, because this is why I created this Money Talk Mondays, for me to put it in layman terms for people like me who need to break it down. When a stock split occurs, let's even start before stock split. When a company feels as though their stock price is too high and a lot of people can't afford it, sometimes what they'll do is split the stock. Now, it's not selling any stock. It's not breaking apart any stock. All it is just cutting the price in half and making more stocks. So when I say that, I mean, let's say you have $100 per stock. Each stock is cost $100, right? And most people can't afford $100. And you want the mentality of people that want to buy it and can't afford it to be able to afford it, right? So what you do is you have 100 stocks at $100 each. So then you split it in half and you make 200 stocks at 50 stocks each. Now, with the math, it would break up to the same amount of numbers, but it would then allow people who couldn't afford $100 to now spend their money. Aha. So now the mentality of people is, okay, it's cheaper, now I can buy. And more people buys, and that's basically what's happening with in my opinion, is what's happening with Tesla and Apple. Now, Apple, I'm going to bring up some numbers for you guys, because I know I don't want to be shout out to everybody in the room, man. Hold on a second. No, let me see. All right, let's go here first. Shout out to Roller goddamn tape. Stock. When you say stock dabbles, let me see. If your broker Social Security's out of investment account without, oh wow, he's definitely upset. Yeah, that you gotta get a lawyer or something for that, man. Shout out to Toro BK, Apple. I hear you. Shout out to Social Light Skin Man. Shout out to Penny Stock Investor. Jersey in the building, Jersey Strong. RHS, what's up, man? Roll Tide, what it is, rolling. I split the stock and it's growing. Yeah, I'm gonna break down why I think it is. Like, I'm not an investment pro. I'm gonna break it. Before I do that, let me explain some things first. All right. And shout out to Toro BK, opening up the market. It's not cheap. It's not cheaper, but it's more in a mental issue for people. I mean, it's more mentally understandable for people who don't understand the stock market, that when the price goes down, they can afford it. It makes them want to spend more. So even though it does nothing to the stock, you still own the same amount of stock as you did when you first bought it. People who don't know the market, there are a lot of people who don't know the market, and just, like, when I say don't know the market, I mean they haven't been doing the market for 5, 10, 20, 30 years. And they're RobinHood investors, they're first-time investors, they're even gamblers who can't go to Atlantic City, they can't go to Las Vegas, so they want to double-dabble in the stock market. These people don't really understand the whole stock market. So what they do is, when they see something low and it's usually high, it psychologically makes them want to buy. And I think these companies pay a lot of money for psychologists to help them increase their profitability. And I think this was like a genius move, because real investors, and you'll hear through the course of this live stream. I have I do a lot of watching. Like I'll break down to my stock investment, but I watch a lot of CNBC. I watch a lot of a lot of stuff. Warren Buffett, just everything, and I'll break down to you the stock prices and all that stuff later too. But basically, I'm just trying to give people the general understanding of this, because a lot of people who watch my channel, a lot of people who come from where I come from, don't really get a grasp on a lot of stuff that happens. Me personally, I don't invest in anything I don't know. I have stock only because my company gives us stock through a 401k. Now, if you're putting money in your stock through a 401k and it's not matching, you have a better chance of making money if you directly invest in the stock. But my company matched 6%. The company I work for, rather, matched 6%, so it made more sense that way. Let me see. My Apple stock. You listen. Yes. I'm gonna break that down right now. Y'all need to check out Earn Your Leisure on YouTube. They dropping gems about investing. That's cool. Definitely. I'm definitely, man. I'm gonna leave this up for a little bit so people can type that in if you want to. Earn Your Leisure. You can check that out. It's like buying partial shares. Yes, it's like buying a partial share of RobinHood. For those that don't know, RobinHood is a new investment app that allows you to invest in stock without the commission. Now, this is just what I think like 2 years old, a year, 2 years old. And before, you always had to pay a commission for every stock trade, for every stock you bought. You had to pay a commission. And Robinhood makes it so you don't have to. Also, Weeble. All right. I got some before the stocks. That's cool. Now, here's my thing about investing in stocks. I personally have sold all stocks that I have. The reason why I've sold all stocks that I have is because I don't think I'm smarter than the market. I don't think I'm smarter than the hedge fund investors who do it all the time. And I kind of think right now they're doing what people call running up the market, running up a thing. Now, running up a stock is basically when a group of people like put all the investment. They don't plan to do it long term. They just put all the investments in one or two stocks. And then at a certain point, everybody pulls out, and the last one stuck without a seat ends up losing everything. Now, with this Apple stock split, I feel as though this may be a chance for hedge funds who are very knowledgeable about the stock market to sell everything they want to sell and take profit off of whatever they made. And now they're not going to take everything out of Apple. No one's going to take everything out of Apple. But I think they're going to use this momentum of Robinhood investors, of new investors, of people just happy they can have a piece of Apple to sell everything. Now, let's start with Apple. Let's start with Tesla, because I got this Tesla stock right here. I see some people do that. All right, where is it? I got the Tesla stock right here. Right here. Now, look. I'll put the 10K up. The 10K, for those that don't know, is a 10K report. Every year, the companies do a report, and it breaks down on Yahoo Finance in different years. I'll put this is actually the 5-year report. Now, if you look at the steady trend for Tesla, right? Tesla's been going, pretty smooth, and then boom, a jump. Now, for those that don't know, most times when there's a jump, there's usually a big fall after the jump. And I'm not saying that there's going to be a fall right away. It may last a couple months. It may last until, we get a vaccine for, the virus we have now. But if you're investing for the long term, I don't think this is the best choice, because you see the steady, $60 basically steady price for it. And now it's up at, $4.98. But if you're thinking about doing something like Apple, Apple's more of a long-term gig. Let's go to Apple first. What's Apple at? Now, if you see Apple, you'll see how Apple consistently rises. I wish I could put them side by side. I probably got to put it in I can't even put a new tab. Just remember what Tesla looks like here, where it's completely a straight, consistent line, and then it shoots up. And then look at Apple, which is actually increasing throughout the years, up and up and up, on a more slower, more constant thing. Now, investing in the Apple split may make more sense. If you're long term or if you're short term, investing in an Apple split may make more sense because over the 5-year span, Apple has showed that it's always been going up. But you also have to remember this is going to be more of a long term, a long term plan. Now, if you go 10 years into it from the 10K, you can see Apple was also constant at one time, but the momentum actually started more than what? Let me see. The momentum actually started more than 5 years ago. So the momentum has started more than 5 years ago, and Apple's on the way up versus Tesla, which has just shot up like within the last year. So something like that is not going to be constant. Let me go to the room, see what people are saying. All right. Yeah. The split is like exactly Wesley. But it does, splitting it down to 4 quarters makes it seem more accessible for people who don't really have deep knowledge of it. And I don't claim to be a person who has deep knowledge of the stock market. But for people that don't have deep market of listen to how everything's playing out. You got the news and everything saying, oh my God, the stock market's going crazy. The stock market's going crazy. If you're not in the stock market, you're not making any money. Everybody else is gonna go poor. You got the president. Oh, the stock market's doing great. You got the political people arguing. Oh, the stock market's doing great. The economy's doing bad. Only rich people are getting wealthy. So what is that making people do? It's making people want to take their little bit last that they got to put it in the stock market. It's the same thing in my book as one of the homeless people from back in the day taking their last dollar and investing in a lottery ticket because they know the lottery can make them money. Now, I don't see a difference in it. For me, I don't see a difference in it. It's just a difference of amount of money. So right now, everything in the world is showing you that the stock market is good. So people are investing, like I said, through RobinHood, through Webull, through all these apps that never invest in the stocks anymore. And I think it's end up going to be like a sucker punch. It's going to be a sucker punch. I thought of it like this. I brought more stocks in Tesla because of the moves they're making. Okay, that makes a little sense. I invested more because they brought a battery company manufacturing Tesla's batteries in the vehicles. I mean, I like how the fact that you did more research before you invested. That's a smart move. In my opinion, though, I think even though that is a smart move, I think there are far more people who are just investing because it's trending right now. And there are far more people who are investing because they don't understand what a stock split is. And there's far more people investing because right now there's nowhere else to go but tech. So when, Warren Buffett kind of said it, it's like basically when everybody goes one way, the smart people go the other way because they know something is going to happen. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to happen in 6 months or a year, but something's going to happen. Let me see. $500 Apple stock was broken down to 125, was now give you 4. Exactly. Nothing changed. It didn't come out with anything new. It's the same steady passion, but the issue is for psychological thing, man. You have to understand the market is being psychologically run right now. This is not run by principles, and they've been saying that on all the channels and all the news for the longest. I'm gonna let you hear from some people who really know stock before I go to the next question because I don't want to come off like the end all to everything. I just basically try to bring it down in layman terms. All right, so listen to this.
You have seen historically is that you tend to see stocks that announce stock splits do well from the time the split is announced till the split takes effect. Once the split takes effect, you tend to see the outperformance wane. So in the last 5 years, the 25 stocks in the S&P 500 that have split their stocks, once the split took effect, over the next 3, 6, and 12 months, the stock outperformed the S&P 500 less than half the time. So, we've seen outperformance by Apple and Tesla in spades over the last couple of weeks. History would suggest that you're not going to see that kind of outperformance going forward. But again, that's just the historical context here. And these stocks are just monsters on their.
So basically, like I said, what people are saying, it's saying history proves to you that it doesn't happen. Now, history doesn't always repeat itself, but a lot of times it runs a similar path. So you don't got to take it from me. This is just my layman terms, my common sense theory behind things, but it's supported by data also. Let's go back to the questions. I do dividends. Dividends is a good idea. Dividends is good. Dividends company is a good idea. It's just for me, dividends. You have to have a lot of money and to really keep a consistent passive income off of dividends. You got to have a lot of money invested. New RobinHood users go on a waiting list for partial shares. So right. But now to cut RobinHood investors off with the stock split, they're making it so that you can actually feel as though you're buying more buying an actual piece of stock because now it's cheaper. So a lot of Robinhood investors that would normally buy a partial share, even if it costs a little bit more to have a full share during the split, they may actually up the price and do it. Wall Street bets, pretty much. I'm a trader myself since 2013, and I've been following your channel just for travel. I'm glad to see this side of you, bro. Man, listen. Here's the thing for me. The way I use stocks is this, and the reason why I'm out of stocks is this. I'm going to break it down to you guys before I go to the next thing. This is going to be like a 20-minute or 30-minute video, so I hope you guys enjoy it. For me, I was heavy in stocks for the last 15 years. I was 100%. Through 401k. Through my 401k, I was able to put money either in bonds or stocks. And because I'm young, I chose to go high risk, all stocks, high risk stocks, tech, everything. And for the last 12 years, from about 23 till about 31, my with the money that I was getting also from my company matching it, I ended up making like, I don't know if I'm gonna tell you the right price. I ended up basically over more than doubling what I put in myself. That's what I would say. I more than doubled what I put in stocks for a 10-year period. More than doubled it. So I was deep into it. But I also realized this. The point of stocks to me is to make enough money to get something that is passive income. And for me, it was real estate. I took stocks for those 11 years that I put in the same 12%. Every check, 12%, because 6% from me, 6% with my company match. So 12% of what I made went into the stock market for 11 years. I then took that money and moved it over to something that wouldn't go down as much as the stocks. I didn't know coronavirus was going to happen, 4 years after I took the money out. I just knew I wanted to take the money out. So I took the money out. And I took the money out and I put it in the house. And then I flipped it and put it in another house. And now I had a little bit of money left, and I think stock market is going to go down again. So I took the little bit of money I had left, and now I'm in the process of purchasing a condo in Miami. So, I was supposed to get my condo in Colombia, but due to the coronavirus, I couldn't do it because you can't get over there right now. So I decided to because I know money is about to. If you have anything saved right now, you're about to take a big hit from the inflation that's going to eventually occur, and from the deflation of the dollar. So right now, what I took is the money I took and put it in an investment which is my condo in Miami that can grow with inflation. So that's what I think the purpose of stocks are, to get you enough money to then take your money out and then put it somewhere where it can move passively. But let's keep going. Apple and Texas is going to announce big news within the next couple months, so it will definitely go up. It's a lot of speculation, man. It's a lot of speculation. Apple's a long hold, bro. Yes, I do think Apple is eventually a long hold. I do think Apple is a long hold because of its consistency. I don't think Tesla is. Now, I know I'm probably not the same as everybody else. They got a lot more information. They got a lot more facts. But I don't think Tesla is a long hold. I think Apple is. I think Tesla's going to pull the wool from over your eyes, and it's going to be nasty. Like I said, Anthony, I heard that same thing. I watched everything, and I think it's speculation, man. I really do. How did I just? Oh man, hold a second. All right, I lost him. Neuralink. You know, right now, if you're going to invest in stocks, also, I think just if you're going to invest in stocks because you don't, that's what you really want to do. I would think maybe now's the time where you take it out of the bigger stocks like the Apples or not the Apples, but the Teslas and the bigger stocks like Google and stuff, and you move into stocks that are underperforming because those stocks are going to eventually go up. And if you're buying them low, you're set. But the ones that's already up there that high, I mean, time and time again, if you don't learn from the past, you're destined to fail in the future. No one should be using the emergency money on buying stocks. Right, definitely. Use money you set aside after expenses and emergency fund. Okay, I'm borderline with this. I believe, Dave, I believe what you're saying. At the same token, though, you how do I say this? You're not going to win if you don't take risks, but you want to take calculated risk. So you don't want to use your emergency fund for just a speculation. You want to, like, if you use your emergency fund to buy Apple, you're pretty sure you're going to be good because Apple's going to always be around. I hope to say that I'm not wrong on that, but I'm going to say Apple's pretty much for certain going to always be around. Tesla, I don't really believe it, but Apple's going to always be around. So if you use an emergency fund to invest in Apple right now, I'd say in the long run you're going to be okay. But yeah, for the most part, yeah, definitely you want to set aside some of emergency. But 7K is another speculation, man. All stocks should be long term. Anthony, I don't know because I have some friends who do forex and they do day trading, and even though it is gambling, I know a lot of them that have made some money off of it. Now the issue with doing forex and day trading is that it's more of an addiction. Like you might actually win big, but then because of your addiction, you might lose everything you won. But I know some people who really won big, and the reason why they won big is because as soon as they hit a certain number they took money off the top and put it into something more passive like real estate, put it into something more passive like index fund. But you're not right now, you're not going to get rich from doing index funding right now. No. For the last 10 years, when I invested in my 401k and did all that stuff, everything was going up. Everything was going up. So no matter what you invested in 2000 and what was that? In 2010, no matter what you invested in 2010, if you kept it to 2020, you almost double what you put in. It didn't matter. But it's not that way now. So you're going to have to pick stocks if you really want to make money. If you're doing an index fund right now, you're pretty much just trying to beat out inflation on the dollar. Yes, definitely invest in what you know. And I would definitely invest in what you know and do some research on what you don't. Maybe you learn something. Tesla is more than a car. Yes, I do believe Tesla is more than a car company also, but I don't think Tesla's going to hit 7K. And I definitely don't think that it's going to stay up that high for long because at the end of the day, Tesla company are used for people who usually have more money. And a lot of people are during this, recession, are staying home more. They're not, so they have solar and all that. Well, I guess, you are right about this, The Rock. You're definitely right about this. I gotta look more into it. Just invest in Natchez mutual fund is consists of tech stocks. Yes. Yeah, Anthony, okay. Now that makes a little bit of sense. I think tech stocks still have another year to run, man. I think tech stocks do have another year to run. But I don't know if certain tech stocks is going to stay as high as they are, just like say like Tesla or certain like certain tech stocks. Let's see. You definitely got to research. Mind blown. Mind you, both Apple and Tesla doing numbers now, and the economy is not even back up and running like it should. So imagine what the economy. See, that's what I'm saying though. But people, you can't expect. In my opinion, just my opinion, you can't expect when the economy kicks, they're going to jump. No, when the economy kicks, the stocks that are low now are going to jump. Like we can't imagine we don't know when a virus cure is going to come. We don't know when a vaccine is going to come. But whenever it does come and the economy kicks, the stocks at the top, they're going to move up, but they're not going to jump. The stocks that are going to jump are the stocks that's below right now. The transportation, the hospitality, the the raw metals, the stuff that's real low right now, that's what's going to jump. You might get a 40 to 50% increase off of the bottom. Whereas if you own a piece of Apple or Tesla, when they do have a vaccine and everything goes back to normal, they may only jump like 5 or 10%. And you get what I'm saying? Hopefully, I hope you get what I'm saying. Like I said, I don't know everything. I don't. I'm just speaking from my understanding of it. Just because I know there's other people like me who don't really understand the in detail of it, and I'm actually using your comments to really help me understand as well. Buying stocks is not rocket science. I think everything is with common sense. I think you're right. I think it's common sense and psychology, man. Tesla is like 8 companies in one. I say hold them long. We'll see about that. We'll see. Get in, get out. It's a classic, man. It's a classic, man. You got to know when to hold them, when to fold them, man. Like for me, I'm not saying I picked the perfect time to get out because I didn't. I could have waited another year, another 2 years before I sold all my stocks and before I got on my 401k and invested in real estate. I could have waited another year. But sometimes when you're trying to, catch a falling knife, you just got to grab it and hope that you didn't catch it right before, with a whole bunch of floor left or a whole bunch of air left. Which NASDAQ mutual fund? With the text, I guess he's talking about with the text. Can't put all your apples in one basket. Invest in multiple companies. Yes, exactly, Big Rick. Exactly, Big Rick. That's the point. Like, never invest. Like, even with me, I wouldn't put all my money in real estate. I still plan on investing some more money in stock. But for right now, during this whole uncertainty of what's going on with the presidency, what's going on with the taxes, what's going on with all that, you want to be in something stable. You definitely want to be in something stable right now because I don't feel as though with all this change, you want to be in something that's moving. The real stuff is options and futures. You can lose a lot in options. You can gain a lot in options. You can become a millionaire a week if you play the game right. Yeah, but it was also, like I said, it's all risk. It's calculated risk, man. Because there was a kid on a RobinHood, rest in peace, who basically went into debt $700,000 because of picking the wrong options and letting them run out. And like I said, it's a game. It's a speculation game. Like I'm not a gambler. I take calculated risk, but I'm not a gambler. Did you get the 6 Japanese companies? That might have been a smart idea, Penny stock. That might have been a smart idea because Japan brought it up. I just don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about it, so I didn't want to just jump into it. I don't know about foreign company investing, but yeah, usually following Warren Buffett is gonna make you some money. And help me answer that question, Ant. Okay, Charles Schwab. Yeah, Charles Schwab is good too. Do your own research, of course. Yeah, definitely. Have to build a portfolio. Yeah, definitely. Right now, it feels like tech can't lose right now. It does feel like tech can't lose right now. But if you're looking for a big gain, you got to be looking at some of them little small stocks, like even some of the it's good to have a little bit of the virus stocks like Moderna, like this other guy Brand Jour. Shout out to Brand Jour's I forgot his last name, Brand Jour. But just shout out to Brand Jour. He's a traveler also, but he is a nurse in a hospital, and like a week before it blew, it was like 2 months ago, a week before it blew, he was telling everybody to invest in Moderna. And I looked at it, and he was like, but the reason why he was telling everybody to invest in Moderna is because the president was pushing Moderna. Not because Moderna said it was close to a vaccine, but because the president was pushing Moderna, and he was going to, he had already ordered some copies of it. So he's like, when that news hit the stock market, I kid you not, it was like 2 days later. 2 days later, Moderna shot through the roof. I don't know where it's at now, but I remember when Brand Jour said that. And 2 days later, I was watching it. Of course, at the time, I had sold my stock. But I was watching it, and Moderna shot through the roof. So you want to definitely, that's where the millionaires are created. The millionaires are created and taking the risk. The risk come with the stocks that are low and coming back up. Like right now, I wouldn't advise you in any transport. That's the only thing. Even though it's real low, I wouldn't advise you any transport because I work in transportation, and Yeah, I would for my I wouldn't do it. I'll just say I wouldn't do it. 3K to buy in some transaction fees. I'm trying to get to you guys' questions a little bit. Best thing you can do when buying stock is buy and hold. Yes, you're right. You're right. Buy and hold is the best for everything. However, skimming some off the top when it's like this is better too. Not selling everything, but skimming off the top. Going to Playa Wednesday, watch the black. Oh, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, man. I'm about to go through your questions and I'm going to end it because we have 30 minutes already. Facts, Anthony. Let's go through. Reed is getting slammed. Reed. Oh, it is real estate. No, no, and yes. It's real estate is by geographical area. Like here's the thing. Let me break it down to you why I decided to go in Miami to buy property. To buy a condo in Miami. I'm gonna break it down because he asked about the real estate and I'm over 30 minutes. All right, so here's the thing. I follow real estate very much. I own 2 properties in New Jersey, and I'm in contract right now to buy my condo in Miami. Let me tell you why. Because right now in New Jersey, because of what's happening in New York, the same thing as what's happening in California. Everybody is vacating New York. Everybody's leaving California, and everybody leaving New York is coming to New Jersey or going to PA to get a bigger place for cheap price. So where I was, my investing trend, where I was buying houses in New Jersey, like mind you, I bought a house in 2017. My first house I bought in 2017. My second house I bought in 2018. 2019 I paid some debt off, and I paid all my debt off. In 2020 I was getting ready to buy another house, and then this coronavirus hit. Now it didn't stop me from having the money to buy the house. What it stopped me from doing is being able to buy the house. Because in New York, when everybody left, they was coming to New Jersey and spending $100,000. If you see some of my videos, it was one house that went for $25,000 over the asking value. There was another house that went for $50,000 over the asking price. Like, so it's certain geographics where things are selling and things are not selling. If you're trying to buy something in New York, it's not going to be selling. If you're trying to buy something in or you're not going to be able to get it, you're going to be able to get it for a good price. If you try to buy in New Jersey, you're not going to get it for a good price. Everything's going to be up. So I was searching around the country to think of places where I would want to retire, since I couldn't go to Colombia now to buy the place that I was supposed to buy. And Miami came up. Mind you, if you haven't seen my Miami videos, check them out too. And in Miami right now, there's a buyer's market for condos. For condos, there's a buyer's market. And the reason why is because some older folks are very scared of the pandemic. They're very scared of the pandemic. So what they're doing is they're selling their condos. And also people that are living internationally, like international investors, they're selling their condos and stuff in Miami. So what did I do? I went in Miami and I was searching. So I was searching I thought I wasn't going to buy one for at least 6 months. And I seen one. Matter of fact, let me not show you guys because I haven't closed on it yet. So I'm already in contract, but I don't want to jinx it. So I'm not going to show you guys until I close on it. And when I close on it, I'm going to give you guys a walkthrough. But basically, I got the Miami condo. And this is what I mean by Miami condos are going good. I got the Miami condo for $12,000 less than the listing price. $12,000 less than listing price. Because it depends where you are, where you get slammed or not, man. And that's a fact. Because I'm in New Jersey and we definitely not getting slammed. As a matter of fact, in New Jersey, we're getting more money for rent because everybody wants that backyard. Everybody wants to live in a 2-family house. Everybody wants to live in, a 4 family apartment or something like that. So yeah, definitely. Gold. I don't want to touch gold, man. I don't want to touch gold because I'm an investor. I'm not trying to. I don't have enough money. I don't feel as though I have enough money to have to worry about buying gold. Stocks are likely to go up. Okay, we're getting a vaccine. The longer we are on lockdown, the more tech stocks. Yes, Landry. Yes, you hit it on the nose. You hit it on the nose, man. You hit it on the nose. Yes, real estate stocks and own a business. You can't lose. Yes, if you have a healthy balance like that, it's awesome. It's awesome, Rock. If you're feeling crazy, look into the airline. Nah, man. Listen, bro. I think the airlines and the travel and cruise lines and hospitality it got like another 10 to 20% to go down first, man. I mean, you could try to catch a falling knife, but it's too much stuff in the news right now with them firing employees and all that stuff and trying to get a bailout. It's too much stuff, man. When too much stuff is going on, sometimes it's best to sit on the sideline until it gets more stable. I'm in mutual funds because I can't wait. Stocks are looking too risky. King, I could definitely understand that part. That's why this might be a good buy too. Like I've looked into Disney also. Like I said, once I secure my Miami property, because I need a nice amount of chunk of change to secure this Miami property, and I don't want to mess around with the money. So as soon as I secure this Miami property, I think Disney is something I would definitely invest in because they have a wide range of stuff. With real estate, do you hire management company or not? And do you put X amount to the side for repair in case tenants mess something up? Okay. With real estate, no, I don't hire a management company. I only own 2 houses, which are 4 apartments. And the 4 apartments I just run myself. When I get the place in Miami, no, I just buy a realtor. I get a realtor, and the realtor finds me a tenant. And when it comes to management stuff, it's a condo. So most of the stuff you just get the condo association to manage. You pay that. But basically, the reason why I bought the condo is because I want to make money off of it, and I also want the opportunity to keep it till I retire. And if I want to go down there on the weekend I only rent it out for 5 months. I mean, for 8 months a year, and then the other 4 months, if I want to go down there, or if I want to send one of my homies down there, or send my family down there, I can send them down there. They can stay at my place. What's the other thing? Do I put X amount aside for repairs in case of attendance? Yes, I always put about, I'd say, 5,000 aside for each apartment. So I have 4 apartments, but I don't put it aside in cash. I just look at like a HELOC, where if something happens, I can pay through my HELOC. Let's see. Pandemic, yes, man. People seeing 2020 as a bad year, and rest in peace to oh my God, I hate to say it like this, but rest in peace to Chad Hardwick, or the guy who played Black Panther. Man, that was crazy. But people say 2020 is just the horriblest year. But there are some people in 2020 that are making big moves. So it's basically how you see it. And this is the best time to build wealth. TikTok. Oh, with Microsoft about to acquire TikTok, that might be a good buy too, man. I know TikTok is big because my daughter's on it. Everybody I see is on it. I know TikTok is big. I don't understand how they make money yet. I know it's through advertisement. I don't understand the quote of it. But if I wanted to hedge a bet and just be a speculator, TikTok would be something. Because when Microsoft buy them, they're gonna go up. Because the deal's supposed to happen next week, I think. If I'm right, thorough, let me know. But the deal's supposed to happen next week when Microsoft acquires TikTok in the United States. So if you're going to make a move, now would be the time if you're really going to speculate. Carnival real soon. Like I said, I don't know, man. I don't know, Dre. Good luck though. Good luck. Options. I feel as though if you understand options, you can take a little risk, but don't go too far into options if you don't fully understand everything. Like, I mean, at least 3-4 years on it, because you can lose your all. You can lose everything and more. You can lose, because in options you can lose more than you have. So that's why I would say, I'm not saying no to options, because I know a lot of people who made tons of money off of options, puts and calls and all that stuff. But you got to know about this stuff, man, because you can lose your pants. The proverbial, you can lose your pants messing with options. Space travel is going to make Tesla go up. I don't think in this economy, bro. I think the space travel aspect of it was dope. It was real dope. But, bro, the mental and psychological damage that's been caused because of this pandemic, ain't nobody caring about space travel, bro. Ain't nobody gonna be worried about none of that stuff when this stuff finally give it 30 more. Let a half a year, let 6 months go more without a vaccine. If 6 months go more without a vaccine and we can't get back to where we're gonna be, it's gonna be a different world, man. It's gonna be a different world. 6% in ETFs, all right. That's pretty good. What the money? Where you go? Yo, listen, Pat. Shout out to Mr. Traveler. Mr. Traveler, Mr. International, my fault. Mr. International. He's going to Colombia on the 12th. He has a flight booked for the Colombia on the 12th. I'm going to keep updated with him because if he makes it to Colombia on the 12th, then I can't tell you the exact date because because a lot of people at my job, they be snitching to my managers, and we get quarantined for 2 weeks. But I can't tell you the exact date. But I will tell you that if he makes it to Colombia, or if Mr. International, he also does YouTube, he makes it to Colombia on the 12th of September. Best believe I'm going to Colombia this year. I'm already booked for February, Barranquilla, but I will be going this year if Mr. Traveler makes it. 08 was a year of market crash. Yeah. I think it was accident, man. I think it was by accident. It was something that happened at my job that made me just start wanting to invest in something else, find a way. The stock market is inflated because interest rates are too low right now. Yeah, man. Yeah, shit. Man, that's crazy. Fire. November always tell. Yeah, yes, you got a point. I know I'm probably way behind on comments, but he has a point. November's gonna be a big thing. When that presidential election hit, man, that's gonna be a big thing. That's gonna be a big thing. Wow. You serious, Anthony? I didn't even know that. I heard that it was something that he didn't have to pay it back or something like that, but dang, he was active. That's crazy. That's crazy. Look at the future. Every company is going to use more tech. That's a fact. That is a fact, Anthony. Also, a lot of tech companies are moving forward towards internet things, pop off 5G. Yes, but here's the thing. We don't know the response of the government to massive companies using tech, because with tech comes firing of jobs, because tech really it works for the company's benefit to fire everybody and just use tech because they can get stuff done more efficiently. But the way America is set up, if you start firing a certain amount of people, you get them off the thing and you can't train people to do it, it's going to cause a big ruffle. And I think that will become a big issue in the future, where it's, do I want the efficiency of tech or do I want the employment of actual humans? And I think that's going to be the biggest thing. And that's even more reason why November is going to matter. Because honestly, and I'm not for Biden, I'm not for Trump, I don't really care. I'm just trying to figure a way to make money. Honestly, if my hypothesis is not factual, it's hypothesis. If Biden wins the election, they're going to be more lean towards the human aspect of work, getting people to do human jobs, the humans to work. If Trump wins the election, believe you me, he's not going to care nothing about humans. He's going to be like, what is the most efficient way to do it? And that's going to be tech. So that's going to be the big whoop. If Trump wins the election, bet on tech. Bet on tech. I will be investing in tech if Trump wins the election. Believe that. 5G too. Can't go wrong. HD chilling. What up, man? Yeah, you can't really go wrong with mutual funds. And like I said, since 2010, I went great. But right now, I don't know if you make the same amount of money back. All right, so I'm not too far off the bottom. All right, so I can answer a couple more questions. Yeah. Now, here's the thing. All right, here's my clue. You're buying a condo in Miami because that's where the baddies are. That is a good point also. But here's the thing. I live in New Jersey. I live in the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area. No one, to my knowledge, is thinking about this. Right now, we can have bars that eat outside. Right now, you can have people that go outside and do stuff. Right now, we don't have flu season. When flu season hits, and it's too cold to have people outside in your restaurants. It's too cold for people to want to sit outside in a line to get inside because you can only have 5 people in your business, in your store at once. When it's too cold in the northern hemisphere, guess what's going to happen? Everything's going to go to craps. Everything's going to shits. Because it's going to stop. And then on top of that, then flu season hits, it's going to be the shits. And if you don't have if you don't have a property, if you're not diversified in somewhere warm where it's going to still be thriving, bro, if you try to get something in, it's going to be hella expensive. So that's part. It's just a whole bunch of reasons why I went to Miami, and I couldn't go to California because it's too expensive. Texas, I don't know anything about, so the closest answer was Miami. Yeah, listen, there are New Yorkers moving to Atlanta too, man. There definitely are. Tay International, what's going on, man? This market is moving fast and can change direction in a minute. Facts. If you have not been in the market for 5 years or more, make your move small, slow, and long. Pause. Right now. Yes, exactly, Tay. Exactly. That's the overall concept of the thing, man. Because the whole thing right now is that everybody's thrilled, everybody's excited, and they're gonna be like lemmings. For those that don't know, lemmings are creatures that they basically, one of them hops off a cliff and then they all follow behind because they're just following the person, the lemming in front of them. So that's the same thing I think was happening in the stock market right now. I think the hedge funds are running the RobinHood investors to the cliff, running all the new investors to the cliff. All the old school investors are running all the new investors to the cliff. Like, we got money, let's get money, go, and then run it. And then when they get to the cliff, the old smart investors just stop and they watch everybody jump off the cliff. And I think that's what's happening right now, man. But nobody knows the future. I'm not a psychic. ETFs are good. Also, tech stocks are good at highs. So I would suggest. See, the good thing about these money talks is that even when I don't know everything, there's people inside the chat room who you can converse with. It's 47 people in the room right now. If you need to know anything about that I don't know, you can talk to a lot of people in these rooms. These people in this room, they have investments, and you can, they'll show you maybe how they invest and it can help you. So don't use this as just these Money Talk Mondays as just something of listening to me. Listen to the people in the chat rooms too, man. Listen to people in the room too. I'm definitely not doing no Bitcoin videos, but I know nothing about Bitcoin. I know about the stock market because I invested in it, and that's how I got my money for real estate. But I know nothing in crypto and Bitcoin, man. Right now, like I said, I'm investing in real estate. I'm diversifying my portfolio in real estate by owning property in different locations. Like, both of my properties are in 2 different cities, but they're both in New Jersey. My next property is in Miami. After that, I do plan on just sitting and stacking my money to the big fall, because there is going to be eventually a big fall, maybe 2 or 3 years of the housing market again, and then I buy something else. In the meantime, if there is no fall, I'll be working on getting my condo in Colombia, because that's going to take about a nice 3-4 years before I can save up enough money to do that. So that's what I'm investing in right now. What square footage is my condo in Miami? My condo in Miami is 560 square feet. It's actually in a condo building, and it's on the 9th floor. Is up high, and on top of that, I have a view of the bay. Not from my house, but from the back of my condo building with a matter of fact, I could just show you. I don't want to show you yet, but I'm just gonna explain it. I'll hopefully show it later, but next time. But yeah, it's dope. I'll tell you this much: it's on West Avenue though, and anybody that knows Miami, they know West Avenue is a dope area. How much condo prices in Miami? It depends what you want, man. It depends what you want. The lowest price I've seen now, mind you, in Miami, when investing in a condo, you want to make sure 2 things. You want to make sure that the condo association fee is low and it doesn't have any special assessments which you have to pay. And you want to make sure that you're able to rent your condo. Like me, I can rent my condo twice a year, and it's for 6-month periods. But I'd rather just rent it for one time for 8 months and then live there for 4. But condo prices at the low in Miami are going for the lowest price I've seen, because I've been checking for a while. The lowest price I've seen in Miami was a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 400 square feet, and it was $110,000. The issue with that condo is that it's not rentable. You can't rent it. You got to live there, or have it as a vacation home. The highest I've seen for a reasonable one, it was like $300,000. So Miami goes from 100 to 300,000, and then you're talking millions. So it's up to you what you want to do. But a lot of people have places in Miami, because California taxes are too crazy, man. Taxes are too crazy, And the only thing close in, I think, lifestyle to Miami would be California. I'm checking condo prices, looking at 300K. Oh yeah, you could definitely get something to 300K, but with 300K, you might be able to get something that's worth 350 and just talk them down. Because listen, anything over 300K, they're talking down big numbers, 20, 30,000. This Mauricia is always building wealth. And Travels was good, man. What's good, and Travels? Humans beings cannot go to space. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know nothing about space. Stay hungry. Enjoy the stream. Thanks, man. Thanks, Beijing. Nah, stay in New York. We don't want y'all in Atlanta. Yo, man, there's a lot of people buying houses in Atlanta too, man. I definitely seen it. REITs are good. REITs are good because they give high, is it dividends? I think REITs give higher dividends than a lot of other dividend companies give dividends. But REITs are not always good, especially in times like this, because if you own a condo and you own all an apartment building where everybody's renting apartments and people are not paying rent, that can really affect what you get back to your investors, what you get back to your investors. All right. Show us where you. Yeah, I'm going to when I close, because like I said, when I close, I'm going to go down because I have to go down to Miami to close. So when I close, I'm going to go down to Miami. I'm probably not going to show you the address, but I'm going to show you inside the apartment. I'll show you my backyard. The pool and all that stuff, and I'll show you the whole this stuff on my YouTube. I'm gonna do a walkthrough, and I'm gonna do all that when I show you, and I'll talk you guys through the process. Once I close, I'll talk you through the whole process because I believe in like not giving energy out that it may not close or something. But once I close, I will give you guys the whole run through of everything. But thanks everybody for tuning in, man. 51 minutes. We did a pretty good job around here. Shout out to everybody that liked. Shout out to everybody that commented. Shout out to everybody that just watched. But it's your boy FRE$H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's TheFlyBoyway. Don't ask why. Just check out the channel and just make sure right now is the time to invest. Buy. And I don't mean investing in speculations. Invest in something that's going to be long term because I kid you not, I have a real feeling that the United States money is not going to be worth as much as it once was in the next couple years. And if you invest now, you have the best opportunity to make your money go up. Let me ask you, how taxes with buying properties in Colombia? I speak briefly on this, but buying properties in Colombia, you got to pay all cash. You got to pay all cash for it. They don't really let you finance it. And as far as taxes are relatively cheap. Like pretty much $2,000 a year is what you're going to pay for taxes and your association fees in Colombia. That's in Barranquilla though, because I was checking the properties in Barranquilla. So $2,000 a year, where you'll pay all your taxes with that and your property tax, your HOA association fee, and cleaning. For all three of those, $2,000 a year in Barranquilla. I'm bullish. I feel you, fitness. I feel you. I'm out of here. Peace. Thanks, everybody.